So, for those of you that are interested, this is what the desert looks like in Central Australia, or not quite Central Australia, but heading that way. That's Googs Track just there. That's my good looking girl. And this is all desert. These sand dunes. I'm on top of a dune at the moment. So let's go for a drive and I'll have a little chat to you about the history of this track, or as much of it as I know anyway. Just turn that down a bit. Okay, so this is Googs Track. Bloke, can't remember his name now, but his nickname was Googs, and he had a homestead at the start of this track just out of Ceduna, about 30 odd K I think out of Ceduna, and his plan was to, I don't remember what he was farming, whether it was beef or sheep or whether he was growing some sort of produce. I don't really remember that, but anyway, his plan was to carve a track up to the train line up here. It's about 140 K away or something, and the idea of that being that not only himself but the other farmers in the area would have a quicker and more profitable way of shipping their produce or their goods to the major cities. So he worked on this track by himself, did it alone. Well, in the early years he worked on it all on his own. He had no help from the government whatsoever. And he started off with just a tractor with a big piece of steel mounted on the front of it to plough his way through all these tree and small shrubs to make this track that we're on now. It took him a total of 3 years to build it, only working on weekends because during the week he obviously had to work on his farm and whatnot, and so on the weekends he would come out here in his tractor and start making this track. He had 3 sons, I think it was, and they ended up coming out and helping him as well. I think even his brother got involved. A few of the local farmers sort of could see his idea being and what his vision of it was, and thought it was a good idea, so they donated fuel and that sort of thing to him, and eventually they bought a bulldozer and used the bulldozer to finish off the track. So once the track got a bit far from the homestead to travel back to each night, they built a shack somewhere out here and they'd stay in the shack overnight and continue on the next day. I just think it's amazing. You just have a look around, there's nothing, it's just nothingness, and this guy has just decided to build a road and go on his tractor and built it. 3 years. Like, that's just amazing. Unfortunately the road was never used for what he intended. I don't know why exactly. Maybe they built better roads to the cities back from Ceduna or something like that, but for whatever reason this road was never used for his intentions. So It was used by mining companies for exploration and that, and Googs actually ended up making a few other tracks in the area for BHP and other mining companies like that, so all his work didn't exactly go to waste. But him and one of his sons, they both died out here while building tracks, not this track, but other tracks, and not together. They both died separately at separate times and in different tracks. And his wife, Googs' wife, is still alive today. She lives down in Streaky Bay now. I'd reckon she'd have to be in her 70s or 80s or something. But yeah, pretty interesting history. There's a turn off on this track somewhere, and I think I may have missed it, because I did see a bit of a turn off back further that leads to some Aboriginal rock holes, and Googs was actually the first white man to set eyes on those rock holes. So I'm sort of hoping I didn't miss it, but I was just reading my track notes and I think I may have. Anyway, the track's not as bad as what I was imagining it to be. I thought it was just going to be this rough old, like really rough bushy track, but it's actually quite good. There are some badly corrugated sections, but I'm just cruising along at 25-30k an hour and just enjoying the scenery. You're probably thinking, what scenery? It's all the bloody same, but no, it's just fantastic to be out here and just to think about the hard work that went into building this track, and just an amazing place and amazing people, you know, true pioneers. When you mention the word pioneers, you think of people back in the early 1900s, you know, and well, this was only done back in 1970, but yeah, he's a true pioneer. Oh, look, someone's pipe back there. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I hope I don't run into any trouble. Like I said, I'm only just cruising along, so taking it easy on the car. I think I should be right. Hope I see some wildlife, maybe some dingoes. I don't know about camels out this way, but that'd be good to see too. Alright, well, don't know what else to tell you, so I'll just continue on my journey. You guys keep smiling and I'll talk soon.